Now I'd like to turn to asking Jackie Miller to come forward and introduce her guest. Jackie is the site coordinator for the Family Leadership Training Institute. It's now in its fourth year of being in existence here in Lar County, and we've had some remarkable successes with that. So Jackie?
I have the honor of introducing to you a wonderful young woman who first connected with Extension through financial education classes and mentoring with Laurel Cuban. And she followed that up by staying engaged with Extension, and so many of you know Jessie Mae Hendrickson as a member of the Extension Advisory Committee. Then when we introduced the Family Leadership Training Institute, Jessie Mae was one of the first ones to sign up, and she was at the very first informational meeting, and she stayed with us that whole first year when we met monthly to plan and implement the Family Leadership Training Institute and kick off our first class. She wasn't able to participate in the first class, but she did apply and was accepted in year 2. She went through the 20 weeks of the class. She did not miss a single session. And following that, the next year she came back and she continued to give back. She continues to serve in planning and supporting the Family Leadership Training Institute. She presented to the class. She was also elected by her class to present at the state capitol when they had state graduation. And then this past year, she decided she wanted to give back by being a facilitator of the Family Leadership Training Institute. So this past September, she completed a 3-day, very intense training to become a facilitator for the Family Leadership Training Institute. And she will be one of our facilitators for the class coming up in 2013. Please welcome Jessie Mae Hendrickson to share about her experience with Family Leadership Training Institute.
In regards to families and children, what issues do you care most about? What burns in your heart? The Family Leadership Training Institute, which you'll hear me refer to as FLTI, helps people answer these questions. FLTI understands that when participants answer these questions, it helps them to become more engaged in the process. A participant who goes through the 20-week classes of FLTI learns to open up to realizations about oneself, and they can sometimes see the limiting thoughts that might be holding them back. FLTI understands that when participants go through self-discovery, they can come out a true leader. My name is Jessie Mae Hendrickson, and I used to be a meek, quiet woman who felt that simply because I'm a minority parent, I had no rights, and I certainly could not change anything. Now, I'm a 2011 Family Leader graduate of the Lar County FLTI. I sit on the Public Policy Change Committee through United Way. I'm active on the Homeward 2020 10-year plan to end homelessness mission. And as Jackie said, I'm going to be a 2013 facilitator of FLTI. Just can't believe it, quiet Jessie Mae. So thanks to FLTI, I'm able to accomplish this and much more. If not for FLTI, I would not be speaking in front of a group of decision makers. This is an important leader quality. Before, I was meek and quiet and just felt that I wouldn't have much to say or you wouldn't want to listen to me just simply based on face value. Now, thanks to FLTI, I have the tools to learn how to be prepared to speak in front of people. If not for FLTI, I would not have learned how to engage and connect with another person, even when their views do not match mine. This is an important leader quality. Before, because I was quiet, I might not argue back with them, but if somebody was speaking to me views that I didn't believe in, my mind would essentially shut off, and I couldn't really hear what they had to say. So if they were speaking stuff that I didn't agree with, it would just be blah, 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 blah. And therefore, I couldn't argue back because I wasn't paying attention. Now, I can listen openly and respectfully to views that I don't agree with. I can have an intelligent conversation around the issues, and I can also talk back and have interesting things to say. FLTI taught me to do this, and I don't have to become emotional or even go to blows over it, so to speak. If not for FLTI, I would not have eradicated the phrase, "but I'm just a parent," from my everyday speech. This is an important family leader quality. FLTI understands that family leaders can be champions of issues such as quality childcare, paid sick leave, making sure that our kids have a fair chance in public schools. They just need to learn the skills to be able to be at the table on these matters. It's because of FLTI that I have a better understanding of how the government works. The last 10 weeks of FLTI focuses on how to help participants build the tools they need for effective civic engagement. It's because of FLTI that I understand public policy begins as the unfolding of a goal, an idea, and a method of addressing a need. It's in this part of the process that family leaders need to be involved, because elected officials and community leaders are trying to assess if this goal makes sense. And we have a voice, people. We need to be heard at the table as well. It's because of FLTI that I vote, and I understand why it matters now. I vote because I have kids and I think about what opportunities that they're going to have in life. I also vote because it's my right to do so, and it's civic engagement at its best. So I also want to mention that extension is a big reason why FLTI was implemented in Larimer County. Extension is a champion of programs to start building human capacity and program capacity. Extension understands the importance of responding to community needs. And Extension gets behind programs that understand economies and the institutions that shape them are defined by the skills and initiatives of their citizens. I believe that Extension also knows that FLTI fits into its mission, because FLTI grows up family leaders in response to local, state, and national issues affecting individuals, youth, and families. So if you know of someone who would be a good fit for this program, please refer them to apply, because we are still accepting applications and we really need men to apply. So I want to leave you with some quotes on leadership that sum up the essence of FLTI and Extension. "A leader is a dealer in hope," Napoleon Bonaparte. "You don't need a title to be a leader." Okay, so I don't really know who said that, but I learned it through the process of going through FLTI. You don't need a title to be a leader. That's all I needed to hear, because now it gave me a license to have a passion about something, to want to create change in my community, and just get out there and do it. Not just because I don't have a title doesn't mean I can't. "A leader takes people where they want to go. A great leader takes people where they don't necessarily want to go, but ought to be," Rosalind Carter. "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, concerned citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has," Margaret Mead. And I want to also say, please support continuing Extension to be the experts of our community needs. And thank you for letting me speak today. It's been a pleasure, and have a great rest of your afternoon.